today's video, I want to share an experience that I had with my daughter. I guess so, some parenting, Christian parenting perspective, I guess. So my nephew was visiting and in town, and my daughter and other cousins were playing in the house, and I guess my nephew, I don't know, hurt my daughter in some way, just like how kids do, right? Maybe pushing or just being aggressive. And so I saw that my daughter was really hurt, and she came up to me and she was crying, and I was like, okay, why are you crying? And then she told me something like, oh, well, he pushed me or he hit me or something like that. And I guess before, my normal reaction would be just to tell my daughter, like, oh, okay, well, he doesn't mean it. He doesn't know what he's doing, and just go continue to play. But then I think God was pulling at my heart. The Holy Spirit was nudging me, was moving me, and I was like, this can't be the solution. I can't just tell her that he doesn't know what he's doing and for her, my daughter, to move on. And so right when I was about to tell my daughter, like, okay, just brush it off, go continue to play, I was like, hey, I told my nephew, hey, can you come here for a second? And again, I don't think this was me, because I guess if it was me, I'd just be like, okay, well, whatever, move on. I don't want to deal with this anymore. But I think the Holy Spirit moved me to have him and her put them together to talk about the situation. And so I said, did you push or hit her? And he said, yeah, and I'm sorry. And then I told my daughter, I said, hey, look, he said he's sorry. Do you forgive him? And she's like, yeah, but she still had tears in her eyes, so obviously she was still hurt. But I guess the point in that transaction was to show my daughter, and hopefully he picked up. My daughter was maybe like 8 at the time, or 7. She's 9 now, so maybe like not too long ago. But I guess the point in that exchange, in that interaction, was for the person that was hurt to confront the person that they hurt, and vice versa, to have some kind of closure or some kind of resolve to the conflict that they have. Because then my daughter, at the end of this exchange, like, both of them were okay. I think I had them hug it out and be like, okay, you guys are good. And at the end of the exchange, I guess how I knew that this moment was a God moment, and how I knew that the Holy Spirit was working in me, was my daughter like made a comment like, thank you, Dad. And so that hit me in my heart, kind of made me reflect, like, like, that kind of stuff matters. And hopefully my daughter kind of remembers that growing up in life. And I guess that could have been something that she held on to, something against me for the rest of her life. Like, yeah, my cousin hurt me and my dad just said brush it off. And so, I don't know, just her thank you, like, it really touched me. Like, I teared up before, like, in that moment when it happened. But it was very powerful, and still stands out to me till this day, a year or two later. But yeah, I think that was definitely God, the Holy Spirit, working through me to get those two to kind of resolve the conflict that they had. And I guess that's kind of a lesson for us as well, forgiving those that hurt us, and forgiving those that or apologizing to those people that we've hurt. It's not easy. There's still things that I need to work on, and I'm not perfect, and I'm not a saint. But Jesus asks us to forgive, not 7 times, but 77 times 7. And so that's what we need to do, and we're not capable of doing that on our own. And if we are, then why do we need Jesus? And it's only by the power of the Holy Spirit that we can forgive, and therefore our reliance on Jesus is necessary. Because if it's just us men and we rely on our own strength, we don't have the strength to do that. I know that might not make sense, but I pray that God reveal it to you and make it make sense to you. So, yeah, if there's anyone in your life that you've hurt or have hurt, I pray that the Holy Spirit come upon us all to seek closure by talking to those people and look for forgiveness and healing in those moments. And in those moments, that helps us come closer to Jesus.